Okay, I tried to make a video on some of the other fish that I have that I don't show too often. This tank is down to just 3 Pingu males, which I explained before. The Pingus have like a bronze tail with a slight sword at the bottom, pink rear body color, and a dark blue metal head. They also have like a bronze, pretty nice shaped dorsal. And these are ones, like I said, that I've had for about 12 years. Very beautiful fish, actually. They don't get real big, and yeah, I really enjoy them. These 3 are quarantined because I had lost a couple of females for reasons I couldn't figure out why in this tank. So for now, it's just those 3. And this is another tank of them growing out. So this is going to be a male. Well, it is a male. It's going to color up. And it's hard to get them. There's quite a few in here. So you can see this one's already starting to get the colors of Pingu. The females are kind of drab. They do get a little bit of a bronze coloration, like this one. And you can see like there's a little bit of a dark blue on the top of the dorsal. These are all hit. I just have mostly 2 males in here, possibly more once they develop some more. But for now, there are just 2 active males in there because put too many males in the tank with the Pingus, and probably the same with panda guppies, which I don't have, but very similar. And they kind of stress the females out. Like 2 or 3 of them will chase one female, probably until they tire it out, which could be why I lost those other few females. And this is my other tank of them. This one is primarily young fish under a month old. So there's a couple older ones in there, but for the most part they're about a month old. So the cloudiness in the water is live baby brine shrimp. I just fed some of the fish. So these are tank of the reds. I'll probably start selling from here probably once the weather improves. It's supposed to go down to like 7 degrees tonight or tomorrow night or next night. So I'll have to wait. Aquabid is starting to really get funky. I don't know what's wrong. So I may end up having to put them on eBay. So these are the, I guess, red Mosaic snake skins. I don't know what else to call them. I did see somebody else in Thailand actually has them. And he's calling them red king cobra or something like that. Which is an interesting name. I like the Mosaic snake skins. But they're doing well. This is one of the females that looks like the male. It's hard to get her in there. You can see the tail's pretty similar. And the bottom of the tail on these males is starting to fill out. So that's good because I was worried about that and thought they'd just be a kind of like a junky line. This is one of the nicest males. It's got a real nice snakeskin pattern, which the snakeskin pattern is like an interlocking pattern on the body. The cobra pattern, if you see on some fish, that is just like zebriness bars, just bars that go up and down. The snakeskin pattern is a real intricate pattern. I'm trying to get one of them to slow down, but they're really going after the baby brine shrimp. So anyway, that's kind of them. There's a little look at the pattern. And these things are pretty fast. I'm glad I don't have to catch them. There is a couple of babies in there at the top. I have to try to get them out because they do like to eat their babies, which is a problem. So see what else I can kind of show you. The little bit of progress here with the all red albinos that I got from Indonesia. I do have 1 male that's growing out in this batch of like 4 or 5 babies. I got 2 of the adult females left. They are hit from the prior initial male. So at least this one is coloring up, so at least I know I got a chance to continue this pretty well. These are the platinum red Mosaic big ears. The males in here have the big pec fins that are black. They're also starting to get the red mosaic orange coloration in the dorsal. As I explained in prior videos, that does take a while. It really seems to take into the 4th month before the dorsal gets the orange color. But they are true breeding. I have some long fin and some regulars. That's another tank of them. And this is another tank, younger ones that are just starting to color up now. So I'm really happy with this line. I've sold some on Aquabid, and I just really tried to hold off until I could see the orange starting to happen in the dorsal, because I don't want to sell something that's not what it's supposed to be. But these are true breeding, and they look nice. Usually when I sold them, I gave people a long fin pair and the regular fin pair. So I have enough in here to probably put another auction on, and I'll probably end up on Aquabid, probably on eBay, because Aquabid's just been up and down. So these are the half black blues that are kind of looking purple, but they have a fantastic finnage, really good conformation, and this one kind of looks like a half black blue, although it probably looks a little purple in there. I really like these, but I really wanted a half black light blue, and these are definitely not that. But nice fish nonetheless. And the Black Moscow breeders that I put in a couple of weeks ago are really looking nice now. See if I can get them to stand still or swim still, whatever the word would be there. And the males have really nice deep black color. One of them looks blue in my water still. And this female is one of the extended long fin ones. It's got a really long dorsal. Try to get her on the camera. You can see how long that dorsal is. Very unusual. It's mostly noticed it with some of the Asian strains, which is where this line initially came from for me about 10 years ago. About 12 years ago, really. And I just don't quite get the black coloration on the bottom of the stomach. I know some people are able to do that now with, I think they're calling them full blacks. So something I'm working on. These are the Luke Roebuck initial line of full reds, black-eyed. Pretty soon I'll be able to sell a couple trios. These are different than my other line of full reds. These go back to Luke Roebuck, who is a fantastic breeder and a great guy for the guppy hobby. So they're getting a nice full red color. I had one really large male in there, but he kicked the bucket, so I guess he got worn out. So this is another tank of Black Moscows, real nice ones that I'll probably pull some more breeders out of, most likely that one for sure. And I do get some long fin females on these. It's another tank of them. And they're looking really well right now. So the other thing I want to show is, if I can get over here, my yellow deltas. Like I said, the water is cloudy because I just put in the live baby brine shrimp. It's not all fish poop and waste. They do get a couple of red spots on the body, but the yellow coloration is very intense. Even on this female, you can see it, which is why I picked that female, because she's got a real nice deep yellow. And that's one of the nicer males in the tank. Dorsal's a little chopped up, and the tail edge a little bit. But these are really beautiful. It's the nicest I've been able to get this strain. I do have some babies in here somewhere. I'll have to get out. There's one in the back there somewhere in the plants. And I have another tank I'm growing out for entering in the shows once they start up in April. So that's some more of them. I have a couple I have to pull out that are starting to fade a little bit, but I really like deep coloration. That one got a nip in the middle of his tail. And yeah, so they're looking good. The other thing is these gigantic females from the Black Moscow Firetail. Let me see if I can find her in there. She is. It's kind of what I was a little afraid of. She's actually having some babies right now. So I don't know if that'll end up doing her in or not. See if I can get her in camera view. So far I can't. Kind of hiding there in the back, so I probably shouldn't bother. But there are some babies at the top. There's one right there who's been eating the brine shrimp, so you can see the stomach. So hopefully I don't lose her as she's having these babies, but they look good. I was trying to get her on the camera so you could see that what happens is when they start to dilate at the back end, but she's not turning to the side, so I really can't show you. I don't want to spook her. But what happens is the bottom of the body kind of squares off a little bit, almost really like a square, and then they start having the babies. So these are the Japan Blue Firetail double swords. I got quite a few in here. I'm gonna have to start splitting them off because there's quite a few females now, so I can finally keep this line going. But anyhow, that's most of some of the different fish. This one is still hanging in there, the albino Black Moscow, which is totally mind-numbing. There are some babies in here, but I don't know if they're from her. They might be from the other females in there. These are males that I culled. This one because it was just a 3/4 black, as was that one back there. But they're not useless at all because I can use them for the 3/4 black part of it. This one I culled because the tail's crappy and the dorsal's too thin. But females look good in here. And assuming I can get the genes separated to get some more of these albinos, that would be fantastic. Whatever they actually are. So anyway, that was about it. These are, like I said, the yellows that are real intense yellow. So real nice fish. A little bit unusual to see yellows in the hobby. I mean, you see them, but it's not a strain you see tons of because they're probably genetically a little bit weaker than the others. They usually have crappy tails and dorsals, but mine have a half decent dorsal on them. So anyhow, appreciate you watching, and that should do it. Any questions, feel free to ask. Thanks.